are these guys going to perform under these circumstances with no fans in the crowd? Not only that, you're not at home. You're not playing in your home stadium. You're not even in L.A. if you're the Dodgers at this point. You're playing in Texas.
You don't even have your home cardboard cutouts, Hunter, that cannot cheer for you.
No. It's just going to have dogs. Cardboard cutouts of dogs everywhere.
I wonder if they are going to.
I would like that.
What if they're going to do any of that for the bubble?
Well, see, my big question was, and we'll get back to the picks in a second, but my big question was, so L.A. and California obviously is not allowing anybody in any stadium anytime soon. But Texas is. They're letting a certain percentage of fans there.
Are they really?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you watch the Texas Tech game and you watch anything else that's happening in Texas right now, Dallas allows a couple thousand fans even every now and then. After the first, I think it was an agreement Jerry had after like the first 2 weeks or so, they could start having fans in at Jerry World. So, to me, if Texas wanted to, they could be like, well, Dodgers fans, do you want to come out here to Arlington or wherever they're playing and see if there would be fans at the games in the National League but not in the American League because they just got screwed by what state they're playing in?
Right.
I don't know, it'd be weird. And that's something to think about when you get to the World Series. Because it is being played in Texas. It is going to be played in Arlington at this brand spanking new stadium. Why would they not want to allow, unless the MLB just came in and said, we're shutting this shit down, no fans at all. But why would they not be like, 10,000 fans? In this, couple 60 to probably 70,000 fan stadium, but 10,000 fans, why not, I think that's something to look forward to if it happens. I don't know if it will happen, but that's just something to watch as well. If they do allow fans.
That quarantines for players' families begin a week before the play. Like
so
they go without families for 2 weeks.
So the families have already been there because you said it had to be a week before it started.
Something like that.
So they must have flown down there Wednesday or Thursday when they figured out they were already in. Kevin, I cannot believe you literally just sat here and said, can you not just go 2 weeks without your family?
Why? What?
I don't know. It's just like some people might like their family
around.
It might be 3
days. You might get spanked in
I know. I'm just saying.
It's not going to be that long.
Some people might like their family there.
Well, that's true. I see, but like.
It's either that or a cardboard cutout. Which one you want?
At some point, make a sacrifice. Well, the rest of us are. You can't,
you're right.
Can't go see your grandmas or people in hospitals, and
you're right. But
we're making sure we quarantine the families of baseball.
Who you got in the Yankees-Cleveland series? Because to me, it's a coin flip.
I'm pulling for Cleveland.
I would much rather. I will never want to see the Yankees win, so I of course would pull for the Indians.
The only time I pull for the Yankees not to lose is against the Red Sox, and I pull for the whole field to implode.
It's not happened yet, so.
It did in San Francisco one time in the World Series.
No, when it shook.
The whole stadium about fell in. That's pretty bad. I was way before you were born.
Way.
8 years.
Way.
Ain't that 8?
Way. Doesn't matter. Playoff wise,
it just says.
To me, I just see all the higher seeds possibly moving on.
All right, it says the World Series will be held in Rangers Park, and the bubbles are such that no team will play at home after the first round. So they are playing at home in the first round, and they only play at home. You don't go back home and away. I think.
Huh? No. None of that shit makes any sense.
You said DLS. That's the second round.
No, I know that. I know that. That's what I'm saying. Like this is all being played between California and Texas.
Yeah. No. In the best of 3 wild card round at the start of the playoffs. Which is the first round.
Right.
The higher seed will host all games at its home ballpark.
So these are going to be played at home right now.
Right. Those series will quickly trim the playoff field from 8 teams who will move to the neutral sites.
So Cincinnati's coming to Atlanta. Okay, whatever.
St. Louis welcomes the Padres.
You guys are higher?
Oh, you should be. I don't know. Might be wrong.
I hate to break it to you. but you are in fact not. You will be traveling to San Diego.
In that little bullshit park of theirs.
Into San Diego.
They did win more games than us. I guess they get to.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they got to play more games than us, it's bullcrap.
Like 2, 3.
2.
I'm about to say.
About 5 behind them. Y'all got an easy path to the championship, Hunter. Y'all ain't got to play shit. We got the Padres and the Dodgers. And you get the Marlins and Reds and Cubs. Whoop-de-doo. You know who's the most successful out of them franchises in the last 50, 40 years? Well, since I've been alive.
The Marlins?
Yeah.
Because they have a World Series?
They got 2. They got 2, Hunter. Maybe 3.
I'm reading something.
They might even have to. Do they have 3?
I know what you're saying, but this is, you want to know what's so crazy? So, percentages-wise. Well, anyways, that was what we picked for them to win the first round of the American League. We can just go ahead and go over to the first round of the National Leagues. But, so I'm going to read you off the percentages that they're giving the Dodgers by round. So in the wild card round, they're giving them a 75.4% chance of beating the Brewers. In the NLDS, they're giving them a 75.6% chance if it's the Cardinals, 63.3% chance if it's the Padres. Now get this bullshit. They're basically saying the Padres are going to be their biggest competition. 88.5% if they play the Marlins. 82.7% if it's the Reds. 77% if it's the Cubs, and a 73% chance of winning if it's against the Braves. Are you the hottest scoring team in baseball, and you're giving them you're basically telling me that the Dodgers would probably have a 73% chance of beating them? Like essentially there is no chance that the Braves win that series. Okay? What? The hardest game they play could be in the NLDS. Huh?
The Padres got the second best record in the National League.
And
that's why that's like that.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And then in the World Series, the lowest percentage that they have is 69.3, and that would be versus the Twins. The second lowest would be against the Rays. So everybody else, they're favored. Well, they're still favored against everybody else, 69%.
So 2 out of 3 makes a big difference. Like, you still game 1.
Oh, yes.
Well, if the Brewers, Kershaw out in game 1.
And nobody should be scared of Kershaw in game 1.
No.
Nothing would make me happier either if the Dodgers did get put out in the wild card round. You know why? Because you know how many writers would have to just eat that piece of paper they were writing on, talking about how the Dodgers were going to win the World Series?
Yeah, Padres got the third best
record. You
love
seeing it.
In baseball. They have third in baseball altogether. So they're ready to.
The Braves, listen to this. Odds by round. So they give us only a 60.8% versus the Reds. That's it? In the first round? And for some reason, the first round for the Dodgers is a whopping 75%? Okay. That's, first of all, just disrespectful. Second of all, the NLDS, they've given us a 70% chance to beat the Marlins, who we hung 29 on, let's not forget.
The Reds are a better pitching team than you guys.
That's not hard, Kevin. We just outscore everybody. And then they give us
y'all have scored 110 more runs than the Reds. That is 2 runs more a game, Hunter.
They won't beat us.
Yeah, y'all scored 2 more runs a game.
They won't beat us. That's what I'm saying.
The Reds.
Like, how can you only say we have a 60.8% chance of winning when we just outscore everybody?
They give up and score 4 runs a game. You guys score 5.8 runs a game and give up 4.8. So they're 4-4. You guys are basically 6-5. If that gives you any,
we'll still outscore them. We'll outscore them. It doesn't matter. But then they give us a 56% chance against the Cubs. And then this is where I go crazy. The NLCS. If we face the Brewers, that's our highest percentage. 64%. They give us 58 against the Cardinals, 39 against the Padres, and 26 against the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. They just don't believe. Mm-hmm. They just don't believe. And you want to know what's crazy to me is I just don't understand why.
Because you don't have your ace, Hunter.
Yeah, I know that's what's going to hurt us the most is we don't have Soroka.
How many teams have ever just out-hit everybody in the playoffs?
That's going to be this year. I hate to tell you. That's just the case. if the dominoes,
he's got a great attitude.
if the dominoes fall correctly, what did you just say? We have a easy walk to the NLCS, do we not? So all we have to do is possibly just catch Kershaw on a bad day where we put 15 bombs on him, and we're Gucci.
God, look, y'all. As bad as your pitch was, Hunter, you had the best pitching in your division.
That's not hard.
Seriously,
The only pitcher,
you had better pitch.
the only other pitcher in that division that's actually worth a shit. There's two of them, and that is Crazy Eye. That is for Washington. What's his name? God, not Strasburg. He didn't pitch this year. Scherzer, and then DeGrom for the Mets. That's about it.
You guys are giving up 4.8 runs a game, and everybody else in the division is worse.
This ain't the year for pitching, man. This just ain't the year.
Jeez, good lord.
This is not the year for pitchers. This is the year for bats, and more bats.
So the Eastern Division teams got 5 teams in. The West got the minimum of 4. And so and the Central got 7 teams into the playoffs, Hunter. Looking at the minimums in the West and the 4, Dodgers and Padres, that means they beat up on everybody else pretty much there. That's just kind of like, how bad do those top teams beat up on those lower teams for them to only get 2, and then the Central get 4, and everybody's just sitting there at 500 basically. All right,
Dodgers, Brewers. The Dodgers. As much as I'd love to say the Brewers, I'll just keep it with. I won't pick with a heart. I'll pick with my head. And I'll take the Dodgers and win this series.
Hey, yeah, Dodgers.
Yeah, Dodgers.
The other one, who is the other one? Cubs and Marlins.
Cubs and Marlins.
Do the Marlins have a chance, Hunter?
They have a chance.
I'll let you call that one.
I think they do have.
I
I think the Marlins do have a chance. I think they really do. I just think there is a lot of unsung star power for Chicago. Obviously, Chris Bryant. They got Rizzo. They got Yu Darvish, who's having a fantastic year. Might win the Cy Young for the National League for the Cubs. So I'm going to go with the Cubs. And I know it's just sounding like it. It's one of those things where it's hard to not just say the higher seeds are going to win. But I think the Cubs do win this series.
Somebody's
going to
upset somebody in a 5-game series.
Well, this might be it.
I left the game for last because
you know which one it is.
We're going to win a series.
I don't know about that, but
we're going to win a series. Cardinals will beat the Padres, folks. Write it down, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You're upset. I just don't, Hunter.
It's in San Diego.
I don't care. I'm not. But listen,
all games
of all the teams, all the organizations, we are by far the most experienced in all of them. Like,
you're the Dodgers, one of the two that have been there recently. Dodgers been there like every year.
I'm talking about the last 15 years in general. Like, we just don't miss the playoffs. I'm not saying we're going to win the championship or anything, but round 1, best of 3 series, we got Yadier Molina and you don't. He's going to steal one of those. Can the bat / pitching steal the other one? Yadier wins 1 game in every playoff series, and I think that no matter who they were going to be matched up against, Hunter, I was going to pick them in the first round in a 3-game series.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
I'm just going to let you know.
That's good to know.
Whoever they're playing in a 3-game series, I'm taking.
That's good to know. I'm taking the Padres. And it's nothing against the Cardinals. This is just one of those weird times where, seriously, I don't see anybody that's going to beat someone in 3 games.
We just got to beat them twice.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. It's 3 games. If you just win twice.
You don't even have the pitching matchup.
No.
For that game
They don't have any of them listed. So you're kind of just like, eh.
No, a lot of these do.
Oh, they do? Well,
yeah.
The American League does because they start tomorrow.
You got Bauer first game. Bauer and Fried.
And would I have guessed anybody else? No, because like you said, it's 2 games. You got to have your aces out there like from the get-go. This is no time to just play around and say, well, we could afford to lose game 1 as long as we win game 2 or 3. No. You got to come out there swinging. You got to absolutely win game 1. Set the tone.
But if your ace loses 1, you ain't got a chance.
For us,
that's what I'd say. I always like use my number 2 starter in game 1. Ace and 2.
We could pull the Giants.
And then say...
We can just pull the Giants in the World Series and pull Mad Bum. He started the game prior and just put him in the bullpen for the next game to come in for relief.
Start Fried every game for 3 innings.
I mean, he doesn't have a ton of quality starts, so why not? You know, just
Is that
go
a
have
terrible
him have him in there for like 4 innings. All right, that's fine. The problem is outside of Fried, we're getting ready to rely on a lot of young guys that we just called up. Ian Anderson, rookie. Wright, rookie. So we're just gonna be relying on the young guns to step up in crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as long as the Reds just pitch Bauer game 1 and that's it, they don't. If we were to go 3, and they weren't just gonna be tricky and say come back out here and pitch for game 3, I think we'd have a really good shot because we'll just out hit them. I think that can work in the first series. The next series, I don't know.
I think
we can outscore anybody.
I believe. Don't you see what you think? I think the hitting is going to do better in these quiet environments without pitching, because usually when you're in the, you're standing at the plate. There's people cheering. There's noise. There's something. You're like, all these millions of people are watching me.
It's
do I
more
strike
intense.
out? Do I swing at this?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're in that box and there ain't no fans in there, and you're just ready to hit a butt. I mean, Randy's just let that radio go off in there. I'm just saying that it may be easier to concentrate in a quieter stadium that way. So I'm interested to see if that in these ballparks, isn't Rangers Park and Minute Maid both like home run parks? Like
Minute Maid.
Yeah.
I don't know about the new Rangers
used
Park.
to be. I don't know about
I don't know about it this year. They're tearing that old one down. They've said we've had enough of you.
So I'm looking at the Padres pitching, Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Davies, Lamet, Paddock, Richard, Stamen. Not seeing Lamet's got 12 Ks per 9 innings, and he's got, listen to their quality starts, Hunter. 6 of 12, 6 of 12, 5 of 12, 3 of 10 are their top 4 starters.
They get pulled pretty early.
Not a single one of their starters has made it more than halfway of his games in quality starts.
And quality starts is like 5 to 6
5
innings.
or 6 innings. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. So their pitchers have been coming out like early. So how about Davies? He's got the most innings pitched. He's given up 9 bombs in 12 games. Paddock is third. He's given up 14 bombs in 12 games. Lamet, 12 Ks in it, 12 Ks per 9 innings, and he's only give up 5 bombs in 12 games. But again, he's only had 6 quality starts. Not exactly sure how to quantify a whip and all that right now, but 7 wins for Davies. Lamet's 3-1. Paddock 4-5. I'm not seeing anything overpowering pitching wise. So,
well, their strength is not their pitching.
Clevenger's on the team.
Yeah, I know that. But we all know that the Padres, that's not what they've been known for this year, is their pitching. They've been known because they just hit bombs. They're big bats. It's the same thing Atlanta's known for this year, is we're big bats.
We got this.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
Strike you guys out, and then we'll strike. Well, hell, we wouldn't have to play you guys to the damn NLCS. We'd have to beat the Padres and the Dodgers before we even get a chance
at Atlanta.
Well,
here, you know what? I hope you do. I hope you do beat both of them.
Why is ERA not a stat?
It's not.
Well, I got to scroll over. Sorry. I was trying to figure out, like, are we doing this now?
Are we doing this now?
I'm just wondering if this is where we had got. So Flaherty is obviously our ace, but he has not pitched like it. 4.9 ERA. Now, Kwang Young Kim, 1.162 ERA. Dakota Hudson's 2.77. Ponce de Leon still looking for whatever continent he's looking for. He's not doing well. 4.96. What did Ponce de Leon discover? Do you remember anything from your schooling? Did they teach you about Ponce de Leon?
Didn't he discover South America?
I'm not. That's why I'm asking. I'm not 100% sure. Without Google Wikipedia in it, I didn't want to put it in. Wainwright's been pitching. He's pitched the most innings for us, Hunter, this year. Adam Wainwright, at whatever age. Flaherty, 2 quality starts and 9. Is he hurt? He may be. Kim, we score 4, we give up 4. It's been 50-50 all year, Hunter. We lose to the Pirates. We've lost to the Royals. We've lost to the Tigers. We are equal opportunity losers. So they wouldn't be surprised me if they won or lost this one. I'll say that. All right, so Braves gonna win the World Series, Hunter?
They got a shot. Absolutely.
We picked them Saturday. Hunter had Atlanta and Minnesota. I had in my heart St. Louis and Cleveland. And then my head, I actually picked the Padres before I knew they were playing St. Louis, Hunter, to play Tampa. So, folks, the St. Louis Padres series, Hunter, I'll call it the winner. Makes it to the World Series. Wins the World Series.
Okay, sure.
One of them's beating the Dodgers in the second round. Is what I'm saying. Get ready for it.
We'll see about that. I don't know
Get
about that.
ready for it.
I mean, this is bold predictions. That was a very bold prediction. My predictions, I hate to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there was nothing too hot, no hot take here. It was, I just feel like as of right now, all the higher seeds win. For this first, just got to get best 2 out of 3 higher seeds.
Hunter's going chalk. All right, Hunter, anything else on the baseball thoughts or before we get the games Tuesday and Wednesday? I mean, they start tomorrow.
Only thing I